Hi Dr. Ludlow. So for my multicultural event, I decided to visit a Christian church. I am Catholic, so it was completely different, like 100% different. I decided to go a Friday and a Sunday, and the Friday service was 2 hours, Sunday service was 4 hours. I went to both because I was just planning on going to the Friday one, which was 2 hours, but then the lady told me that the Sunday one is like has a whole different idea to it. So I wanted to make sure I wouldn't miss any of like the whole important details or like the difference. So I decided to go to both. So I was there for a total of like 6 hours, and I absolutely loved it all. Before going, I didn't know like what to expect. I just knew I was gonna go to something that was not my religion and like was not the typical church. So again, I didn't know what to expect before going. So I dressed like I would dress to my church. I did wear like a cute little blouse, obviously like nothing like this, nothing too revealing. I did wear like a little blouse that was like up to here, skinny jeans, and then I wore little flats. So I did look, I don't know, like semi-professional. Everyone there, like all the females were wearing long dresses or long skirts. Nothing was tight. Nothing was like this. None of them had like shirts like I did. All of them had, if anything, if they had dressed like this, it had to be like, they had a long sleeve under. I noticed their hair was like, everyone's hair was super long. Like, they don't cut their hair. I did ask about that, and she said, yeah, we don't cut our hair or dye it. And she said they don't usually like do any damage to it, like curl it or straighten it, so they just leave their natural hair. And she told me the whole purpose of that was to like leave themselves like God created them and made them, because he made them that way for a reason. She told me they don't cut their hair much. They don't dye their hair. Again, they don't do any straightening, curling, etc. to their hair. They don't wear jeans. They don't wear shorts. She said they never wear little shirts like this. Like I was talking to the little girl next to me, and she told me she doesn't own a pair of shorts. She said to school she wears little dresses every day. And she is a second grader, so like she knows exactly what's going on there. And then she told me, I noticed she didn't have piercings, and I asked her like, do you not pierce? Did your mom never pierce your ears? And she said no, my mom doesn't even have her ears pierced, which I thought was crazy because like at my house and like my family's houses, we get our ears pierced when we're little, so like it's nothing, like we don't see it as anything big, you know, like I guess we just do so much to our bodies without realizing, like, yeah, again, the God anyone believes in did make us for a reason, and the way he made us should be like the perfect way. Because I did, when I was talking to the lady, she told us like we're perfect the way we are because God made us that way. So again, I didn't have too many expectations before because I didn't know like what it was gonna be like. I just knew it was gonna be like a little different, but my expectations obviously like got super crushed and everything, and like it was completely different. The event, I did notice like other stuff, like at my church we do have like crosses and like Jesus is on them, and there at their church they had like no representation of anything. So it was interesting to see how like different that is, because like they don't rely or like they don't go on off of like the image of him, or if that makes any sense. So my reflections through it also were like, I don't know, I was just thinking about like how different it is to something I know I am used to. And I also thought like, I was thinking about how uncomfortable I was, because I was honestly like the only girl that had her makeup done. My nails were done at that point, they're not anymore, but they were at that time. I had my short hair, and it's obviously black, so it's dyed, and then it's super short. So I obviously always cut my hair, I always dye my hair, I always straighten it or curl it, and I always do my makeup. Oh, and my nails are always done, so like I do so much to myself. And my earrings are always, I always have earrings on, so I do have my ears pierced again. And I don't know, I just felt super uncomfortable. Like I liked the whole like experience and the whole surroundings, like the whole environment was very nice, but the fact that like me being there like with jeans on and like super tight jeans and like a little shirt, I just felt so uncomfortable with that in that matter. So I think what I can get out of this, and like how this experience might help me like, I don't know, be a good educator when I do become an educator, is that like even though you feel uncomfortable because everyone around you is different from you, you have to keep going. And like, especially if they're their students, we have to try our best to make them the best we can and like help them learn everything we can teach them. And the fact that we feel uncomfortable because they're not the same as us should not affect it in any way. I feel like going to events like this can prepare me for like my future students again, because I get to like learn a little bit about everyone. Like, I learned so much from being there. Like I had like people like crying around me, like praying for me. I learned like how different they dress, or like their beliefs, how different they are from mine. So like, I don't know, I just think like it prepares you by going to other places that you're not comfortable with, because you learn to be around people that are not the same as you. And I think that should be our number one thing, like as educators, going to places we don't usually go to and we don't feel confident and comfortable being at, because we're just learning and we're doing this for our students. So overall, I think this was a beautiful experience. I would definitely go again, and I would love to go to like a different religion one day, or like to different like go around and like see other cultures and like visit other churches or services or whatever they may be, just to get something out of them and learn something that I can later pass on to my students and I can use to know how to teach and work with those students. So thank you.